Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting. Nerve-wracking, but I think you kind of grow up as a kid dreaming of being in like games like that. And everybody is saying dig deep, like fight through it and all that stuff. And it's just one of those games. I guess one of those Hollywood kind of stories, and I'm happy that we ended up on the happy end of it.
How's it going, everybody? Warrior football nation still buzzing after last night's 32-29 overtime victory over 22nd ranked Fresno State. Now Warriors jumped out in front early, trailing 3-0. Hawaii got its first special team score of the season when Ryan Mouton went 90 yards to the house to give UH a 6-3 lead. It was Mouton's second career kickoff return for touchdown. He also added 2 tackles and 2 breakups at cornerback. Defensively, Warriors are playing straight up klepto. After taking away just 2 turnovers to the first 4 games of the season, UH stole 6 against the Bulldogs, recovering 3 fumbles and 3 interceptions, 2 of them from safety Kiao Monte, who also logged 7 tackles. On offense, quarterback Inoke Funaki shined. Laie Boy, 17 of 25, 170 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and also added 79 yards on the ground. UH led 26-9 in the third quarter. Bulldogs, though, put up a fight, outscoring UH 20-3 over the final 23 minutes of regulation. Had a chance to win it with 50 seconds remaining, but Antoine Tuamahele blocked the would-be game-winning 36-yarder, sent the game into overtime. Following a missed 35-yard field goal try by Kevin Gessling, senior Dan Kelly, he sealed the deal. The Iceman, 34-yard game-winning field goal, his career-high 4th through the uprights of the night. Bulldogs fall for the 3rd straight time to Hawaii. 7th in 10 tries, Warriors pull off the upset, winning on the road against a ranked opponent for the first time in school history.
A very difficult win for head coach Pat Hill to take.
How much more special did it make it that it was Fresno State, your rivals?
Oh, a whole lot. Because you know how ruthless the fans is, how the crowd is, how their players is. So, I mean, getting that victory, it just felt so good, lovely. It just felt so lovely on the plane ride home in the hotel.
It was awesome. When you got 12-year-old kids talking profane words to you for the game, it's a tough environment playing, but, it makes it a lot more sweeter when you know that, how much they hate you, and going to their house and, stealing one. It was awesome.
1-1 in conference, your goal for a WAC championship is still alive.
Oh, definitely. It's not over, definitely, everyone's happy and everything that we got this win. And I think everybody knows that when come Monday, we got to buckle back down again.
It gets the ball running now. Now we can go to, go with more confidence as we play the, our WAC game.
Our schedule doesn't get any easier, it's going to be tough teams throughout the whole season. And we need to continue to improve. And I think we've made a lot of improvements this game, but I still think there's a lot more improvements that we can make as a team.
With last night's victory, UH extends their WAC road winning streak to 8 games. Up next for Hawaii, the 2-2 Louisiana Tech Bulldogs next Saturday at Aloha Stadium.
Everybody, to his teammates, Dan Kelly is known as the Iceman. And last night, the senior kicker lived up to his nickname after booting the game-winning field goal in overtime against 22nd-ranked Fresno State on their home turf.
It is down. It is kicked. It is good. Hawaii wins it. Hawaii upsets Fresno State.
It was nice. The team rides on me a lot because I'm one of the veterans in this team. So it's nice to get this win. It's not the biggest win I think our program's had, but right now it is for the heart and soul of this team.
But preluding the game winner, it was as close as Hawaii's played. It was as good a game as Hawaii's played as a team all season. Antoine Mahele blocked the potential game-winning field goal in the 4th quarter to send it into overtime. Then Inoke Funaki played his best game of the year, completing 17 of his 25 passes for 172 yards, 2 scores and 0 turnovers. He also added 79 rushing yards, and Hawaii's defense was unmatched, forcing 6 Bulldog turnovers, 5 of them in the first half.
Yeah, nobody thought. It's like David and Goliath, they were coming in 4-1, top 25. We were 1-3. We had nothing to lose, and everybody thought we weren't going to come out and compete. So we just made a promise to each other that we come out here and fight and keep competing.
We're right back in the thick of the WAC. Nobody's going to go through here without losing a ball game, but beating them on the road in front of that big crowd, I'm really proud of our players.
The Warriors win. Well, thanks a lot, Paul. It's the type of win that can turn a season around, and that's exactly what the Warriors hope will happen after their big overtime victory over 22nd-ranked Fresno State last night. The team returned home this afternoon, excited about their first road win of the season. More importantly, though, Hawaii picks up their first conference victory and is now back in the thick of the conference race. There were plenty of big plays from the Warriors, but none bigger than Tua Mahale's block as the Bulldogs attempted the game-winning field goal with less than a minute to play. Today, I caught up with some of the players and asked them about that game-saving play and then the game-winning kick by senior Dan Kelly.
I'm totally speechless about that. We was all on the sidelines, kind of like last year in the Nevada game. We just hold each other's hands, and Dan Kelly made that clutch kick. But this time we need that block, and hopefully we got big old tall Antoine back there. Just got a nice good push back there, and he just jumped up and blocked, and you know, it was just like, then that belief system just grew higher, and then we knew we just had to capitalize it, and we got hit in this game.
The Iceman's back, you know, that's what we all said, and I think it was good for him to get his confidence back, you know, because he is a great kicker. So definitely with him kicking good, we have a lot more confidence, and you know, him kicking, you know, the 45s and 50-yard field goals, and it was awesome.
Well, this changes things, doesn't it? Last night when the UH Warrior football team offed 22nd-ranked Fresno State in an overtime thriller on the road, perceptions of this team changed, from quarterback Inoke Funaki to the special teams to the coaching staff to the season outlook overall. Suddenly, a lot more seems possible for this now 2-3 football team. But first, let's recap the game last night. Special teams, much maligned this season, making a huge impact, beginning with the 90-yard kick return for 6 by Ryan Mouton, making it 6-3 Warriors after a missed PAT. Funaki with his best performance as a starting QB, going 17 for 25 passing for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, and most importantly, perhaps, no picks. He also ran for 79 yards, a team high. Of course, last week in a painful 2017 loss to San Jose State, UH committed 6 turnovers while the Spartans committed none. Last night, the script was pretty much flipped in that department, with the UH defense forcing 6 turnovers to just 1 committed by the offense. Kay Almonte picked off Bulldogs quarterback Tom Brandstater twice as Hawaii built a 26-9 lead at one point, but it would go down to the wire. Fresno actually with a chance to win it in regulation on a field goal with 43 seconds left. But check this out. Antoine Mahale blocking the Kevin Gessling kick, and to overtime, we would go tied at 29. In OT, Fresno going for a field goal on its first possession. Gessling misses the try, but a running into the kicker penalty is called on Calvin Roberts, and by the look of it, it was an Oscar-winning performance by Gessling to get the call. But karma kicked in as Gessling's next attempt following the penalty sailed wide right, and that gave the chance to Hawaii kicker Dan Kelly from 33 yards out, and the Iceman puts this one in the cooler. Warriors win 32-29, the program's first road victory over a nationally ranked opponent, and they do it in dramatic fashion against their biggest rival in front of an always hostile crowd.
It's a great feeling. I mean, being an upset team, ranked in the nation like that on the road, definitely. So we just all happy and excited.
It was awesome. You know, when you got 12-year-old kids talking profane words to you for the game, you know, it's a tough environment playing, but, you know, it makes it a lot more sweeter when you know that, you know, how much they hate you, and going to their house and, you know, stealing one. It was awesome.
I think you kind of grow up as a kid dreaming of being in, like, games like that. It's just one of those games, I guess, one of those Hollywood kind of stories, and I'm happy that we ended up on the happy end of it.
It was just a great win for team and for UH's program.
Perhaps the kind of win that can spark a run here this season. Next up for Hawaii, another set of Bulldogs, a home game against Louisiana Tech. La Tech is 2-2 overall, 0-1 in the WAC. Kickoff next Saturday is set for 6:05 at Aloha Stadium.